Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today I welcome you all to Talk HSM session. We have a very esteemed guest with us, Mr. Ayub Ghauri. He is an entrepreneur, he is a businessman, he is a mentor. He has worked with NetSol, he has worked on HospitALL, he has worked with multiple organizations. And of course, the reason why we have him here with us today is so that he can talk to us about the successes and failures. And he doesn't call them failures, so I'm going to talk to him about that. Why doesn't he call them failures? Then also we're going to talk about this concept of brain drain that is happening and what is the business world thinking about it. And third and last, we're going to talk about the students who are ready to graduate as to what kind of an attitude they need to have when they go into the workplace. I've given a very brief intro to Ayub, but Ayub in itself is an entity to be reckoned with, a force to be reckoned with in the business world. So Ayub, thank you very much for coming today.
Pleasure.
Over to you. My first question is that you had a session with the students.
Of course I did.
And how was that? What did you think and what is your take on it? And what would you like to tell our audience about where they can, what they need to do when they're graduating? Because you addressed students who were in the second last and last semester. So these are the people who are going to be, and mostly the audience that is going to be in university. So over to you.
First of all, thank you for having me over. And I think the session I had with yourself and talking to your students have been, I think, better than my expectations. I would like students to be proactive in terms of seeking guidance, seeking knowledge. Never shy away. I mean, now I believe I'm talking to your students. Yes. Never shy away from asking questions, because not only are you gaining knowledge, but you're also making a statement. People who are watching you, you are the leader or the professional of tomorrow, and you possess those capabilities. Curiosity. You have to be very, very curious. As a student, you want to learn as you go. And to date, I still consider myself a student. So it's always delightful to keep coming back to universities and talking to students and learning from them as well.
All right, thank you. Second point I mentioned in the earlier is when somebody asked you, what do you think is failure? And your comment was, and I'm going to just give it up to you, and said, what do you learn from the failures? And your comment, and everybody in the audience loved it. And I would like for you to just kind of, explain a little bit about that concept that you have in mind.
Okay. I believe life is a journey, and we all want to get to a destination, and the destination keeps on moving. As we travel, it's an ever-moving goalpost. So if we plan for 5 years from today, 3 years down the line, we realize those 5-year goal has been enhanced, has gone a notch higher with all the innovations that are happening within technology, within leadership, within management, and all that is changing in the world. So it's a very, very evolving world. Coming back to your question, I think, as I said, if you take failure as a stoppage, never treat a failure or lack of success as a stoppage. Take a deep breath. If you've fallen, take a deep breath. Stand up again and take the, just brush the dirt off and say, okay, I'm a better person today. What I've learned from this exercise, what I have done wrong within that, where I went wrong, do a critique. Before you declare it was a failure, it's not a failure, because you are on a journey. If you say it's a failure, it means you are going to finish that journey and take a completely different journey altogether. Yes, if you completely leave that course that you had adopted to begin with, then you say, okay, no, I've learned this thing, it is never going to work. That's fine, it's your decision. Don't let anyone else what to do. So consider this as learning. Because the last thing you want is negativity. Last thing you want is losing faith within yourself, your abilities. They should be tens or hundreds of thousands of thoughts going within your mind. We are a very complex being. Human beings are very, very complex being. We're constantly thinking what ifs. So be very analytical. What could I have done differently to get a different result? So it's a journey. Continue on the journey. Yeah, pivot if you must. If one singular action you couldn't see coming, getting in your way, try to steer past that next time.
Yeah, what I think you were saying and what I'm taking from it is that you don't quit. You try to figure out if you have to take a couple of steps back, you take a couple of steps back, take a couple on the side and keep on moving in the same direction. But like you said, it's a mindset. So if you don't have that mindset of failure, you will keep on striving. And that's, thank you very much for sharing that. Another question is related to entrepreneurial activity, and I'm just going to have a little chit chat with you on this. A lot of students, we at UMT try to promote that mindset. I'm sure you know everybody cannot be an entrepreneur because who's going to do the work? So when we are talking about international exposure and going international, a lot of students are wanting to do their businesses and they want to, what should they do to get into the international markets? I mean, that is where I think we are lacking. Most of us we don't have either maybe the infrastructure is not there, the support is not there, or maybe, I think in today's world we are pushing them. Sorry, I'm going long, but the question is, how could they go international?
I think it's your ability to locating a gap within a service or a product or an offering. An offering I consider is a combination of a product and service. So finding a gap here, things are, if it was done differently, then it would be more successful. Scaling would be more easier. So finding that gap. For example, so I was thinking of taking HospitALL, which is connecting care seekers with care providers, to a global market. I said, how could I be different? Now, this is just my thought process, and I'm just saying how this could be developed in this way. So I said, if I want to bring healthcare, telemedicine, the online service, doctor service to, let's say, British market, what could I do differently? Well, I thought, how about matching the diaspora, whatever diaspora population, let's say if there is Arabic population, can I get people living in Britain, doctors in America who can speak Arabic? So they would be more comfortable in communicating with a doctor who speaks their language. Just knowing English is not good enough, but having that comfort when you're dealing with a doctor. So it's out-of-box thinking. It's trying to match communities with a doctor from the same communities, or their understanding of the culture. So thinking like that, so trying to find a gap and trying to fill that gap up. That is globalization.
Right. Okay, today I have taken a lot of your time, and what I want to do is that at the end, I would like you to, is there anything that you would like because at UMT we are always hooking up with the organizations. You have certain organizations, we have a certain program, okay? It's called co-op, all right? And it's a co-op program in which in the last semester, 7th semester, we do interviews of our graduates, future graduates, BBAs, all right, Ayub? And we invite the industry, if you're looking for employees, what will it be that they will go and work for you as an MT level, you will do the interview, they will still be students, and they will be working in your organization. And I would really like to welcome you to be part of it, because that we do their, for example, if the fall semester is their 8th semester, they're going to be doing interviews now with the industry, with the organization. You will pick 1 or 2 people out of the interview. If, from the shortlist we do, then you further shortlist it. You say, okay, I like these 2 people. I've done the interview. If you find a career, so we would love for that, I'm using Talk HSM to get you to commit to something. But the point is that we would love for you as a mentor to be able to do that. They are paid. They are not internships. You'll have to pay them. But the point is that this way, you get a pick of the mill, of the litter kind of a thing, all the people that are there. We get an opportunity to get our students to go for a whole semester working for you, 9 to 5. And they are given credit hours for that. So when you are, this whole spiel was because now I want you to do, if somebody wants to go out and get into the job market, what are the 2-3 things they must have to get into the job market? Because we have talked about entrepreneurship, we talked about leadership, but most of the students are going into the job market. So this is what I would like for you to close your session.
Let me answer the last question first. So what is that rare skill, 1, 2, 3 skills? Attitude, number 1.
Attitude.
Attitude, number 2. Attitude, number 3.
All right, attitude.
I can do it kind of attitude. Even if I don't know it today, I learn it. If you want to go work for a company, do a thorough research on that company. What are the products they are doing? What do they sell? What do they do business in? How do they develop their people? It's all in there. Within the social media, within LinkedIn, other social media, Twitter, Insta, whatever the media you're using, and also on their websites. Do a proper research, then map yourself. This is where you're going to do. So when tomorrow you're in front of the interviewer, you know exactly what you want to do. If he asks you, why do you want to apply for this? You say, because I possess the ability to this A, B, C, D. So that is the kind of attitude, doing the right research, positioning yourself. Positioning is another thing. Position yourself for success. Be on the social media, write blogs, get noticed, use the right hashtags, get noticed. And that is going to bring you, so if the interviewer is good, he would have done their research, or their team would have done their research, and they will identify, okay, this candidate is different because we have done a bit of research, if not in the first interview, second, third, fourth. When it comes to making a decision for a serious position, they will do this research and you would be noticed. So right attitude and
right attitude and right attitude.
And right attitude.
Viewers, it has been great to have you with us at Talk HSM at UMT. It has been an honor to host you, Ayub, today.
Pleasure.
The students loved it. We loved it. Thank you very much for the candid conversation. Inshallah, we will have you again.
Inshallah.
In a different forum. We are planning on that. So you shall be contacted.
Inshallah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
Allah
you.
Hafiz. Thank you very much.